Hey everyone, like everyone else, we've just seen the trailer for the new Superman movie that's coming out by James Gunn, and everyone's talking about it, but let's talk about a different part of it. Let's talk about the one and only Krypto. Thank you everyone for tuning in on the iConis podcast. I'm Barry 3D, and as always, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And I wanted to bring this tidbit up here about the Dog Wonder. So we see Krypto finally making his, I guess, live action appearance, as best as we can put it. Superpowered, that is, because I know he showed up in the Superman and Lois finale as a golden retriever that Clark ends up buying once Lois passes away in that storyline, and that's how they wrapped it up for his later years. But we have never seen, to my knowledge, a live action version superpowered Krypto with his cape and all. So we finally get that appearance of Krypto. So Krypto, Superman's dog, made his first appearance in Adventure Comics issue number 210 back in March of 1955. We're going back way, way back when it was the Adventures, Superman before, he was Superman, he was Superboy, and that's when that comes in. So we get that storyline, it turns around, and he was created by Otto Bender, and the artist was Kurt Swan. So they're the ones that turned around and created Krypto. The idea for Krypto was supposed to be just a one-off appearance, but he was super popular that they had to keep bringing him back. So that is the kind of the publication story behind it. And now we've seen him show up in animated, we've seen him show up different ways, but now to see him live action and in a big budget James Gunn way, Krypto is there. And James Gunn has gone on the record to say that he himself has an adoptive rescue dog at home that he loves very much, but he finds that dog is very destructive, is always doing what he shouldn't be doing. And that was his angle on helping to write this Superman story, and it gave him a different perspective on that. So this character is supposed to be a one-off. His original history back then was while Jor-El was testing rockets to prepare to send Kal-El to Earth, he's not going to put his baby in an untested rocket, and just like we were doing during the space race back here on Earth, they were using animals to go up and do orbital flights, come back down, see how that would take care. So, we've used monkeys, and I'm not saying just we, but monkeys have been used, dogs have been used, and I'm not sure if that would have been maybe some of the thinking behind that. So they turn around in the storyline, and they take Krypto, who was, baby Cal's dog, put him in the rocket ship, put him in cryosleep, send him off to make sure that the rocket would work, everything was going to go fine, but then meteors came, pop, 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 and sent it off course. Of course, we all know the story. Krypton to be destroyed. Kal gets into the rockets to Earth, lands on Earth before everybody else. So that's before Krypto, before Supergirl, everyone else, because everyone else's rocket went off course. And then as a teenager, when he's having his adventures as Superboy, is when Krypto finally lands, and of course, under the yellow sun, he gets all the powers. So he, with his heightened sense, he realizes that baby Kal is now grown into a teenager, so they bond automatically right away, and that is the story behind Krypto. Now, is Superman a responsible dog owner? Who knows? I don't think so. In the comic books, we know he has Krypto, but Krypto is usually out doing his own thing, so he kind of stays at the Kent farm, and his cape is hidden inside of his collar. It rolls up inside of his collar while Superman is doing mostly what he does. So he just kind of hangs out at the Kent farm, or he takes off flying and he's in outer space, flying around, playing and dodging meteorites, like a dog chasing a car. I've never seen Superman walk Krypto. I've seen Superman play fetch with Krypto. I've seen Krypto show up at the fortress sometimes, but I've never seen Superman say, "Hey, Krypto, gotta go and pick up after my dog." He just shows up, plays with him, and takes off, which is usually what happens when parents end up buying a dog for their kid. The kid's like, "Mom, Dad, I want the dog. Will you take care of the dog?" "Of course I'll take care of the dog." Then they get the dog is there. "Hey, someone's got to walk the dog," and all of a sudden little Timmy or little Julie are gone. And it's up to mom and dad to walk the dog every day, even though the dog is there for their child, right? So I think Superman almost exudes that at the same time. Superboy exudes that at the same time. And his parents, or his adoptive parents on Earth took care of that. Now, how is Krypto going to play out in this full-out storyline? We don't know, but clearly we see from the opening of the trailer, Clark takes a beating, or Superman takes a beating, lands, Krypto shows up, and he says, "Home." Question is, does he take him to the Fortress of Solitude? Does he take him back to the Kent farm? We don't know what is home at this point. We're all assuming it could be the Fortress of Solitude. and it starts from there. And of course, if Krypto is in the storyline from this point, from a poster you see Superman. It looks like he's sitting on the moon with a dog, which looks like Krypto without his cape. It could be that Krypto's going to be in a lot more in this than probably some of the other heroes that were mentioned, right? So that's more than Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, who we've seen, Metamorpho, who's at Stag Industries. So, and are we going to see the caveman that works for Stag and his daughter? So we don't know who we're going to see. That's going to be an interesting take on this, and I'm very curious on it. Will these heroes have just small roles in there and deal with Superman? And we have the whole Ultraman thing. Is Ultraman Bizarro? Is Ultraman really Ultraman from the Justice, the Syndicate from Earth 3? We don't know. More trailers to come. Too early to judge. But I'm really curious to see who this Ultraman is, because his symbol is very reminiscent of the Crime Syndicate from Earth 3 logo. So if James, you're pulling heartstrings on us that way and you make it's not that way, I'm kind of upset. Right? Because I'd love to see this character play out. So once again, there you go. You got Krypto. How much is Krypto going to play into it? Knowing James Gunn, knowing his whimsical sense of humor, I think that Krypto's going to show up a lot more, at pivotal times to help with Superman. And we're going to be rooting more, maybe, for the flying dog than a Man of Steel himself. I am Barry 3D. This is the iConis podcast. Thank you for tuning in. And always, remember, this whole world was created by a pencil, a piece of paper, and lots of imagination. Keep on dreaming. Out.